What's up, Ruthless Nation? Wednesday evening, and that means the Ruthless GT Pro Series will be taking on another course here at Lago Maggiore. We're calling it Lake Maggi for the sake of my accent. But back in the GR2 cars this week, little smaller field. Had some guys wasn't able to make this event, unfortunately. But nonetheless, we have 8 guys out here locked, cocked, and ready to rock. As always, we got Monkey in the booth with us.
Hey, Stu.
How's it going, my man? So what are you looking forward to happening here at Lake Maggi?
I am looking for some high-speed racing. This is a tight course, a lot of turns, but there is a high-speed section of track that I call the S's. You go in there in 6th gear and you are just flying, and you pretty much try to stay in 6th gear if your tires can hold on. But it can get messy through there if they don't. There's a wall on the outside when you make the right turn, and if you don't have it right, you're going to be hitting that wall. But it should be a good race. This track is probably going to be eating up some tires, and I think we're in for a good show.
Couldn't have said it any better myself, and without further ado, as the French may say, we will, speaking of French, he's not in the French car this week, but he is on the pole. It'll be T-Dub starting on the pole, followed by Snowman, then Redneck Jesus, once again getting up there in the top 3 in qualifying, followed by Monkey, Rico, Rebel Hawk, Court, qualifying all the way back in 7th, and then 8th of TKO Chaos. T-Dubs will cross the line, and we're underway here at Lake Maggi. Sharp right hand, or kind of a looping right hand turn rather here for turn number 1. Redneck Jesus way out there. He's in the grass. He comes back onto the track, gets into Monkey there just a tad. Monkey's got to let off the gas, maybe thinks better of it. Lets him go on around. Rico up there in the Scooby-Doo machine. Now he's up in the 4th.
Turn 1 is another high-speed turn. Snowman cleaning off his tires. Looks like he got into some dirt.
Very possible another McLaren scheme on there for Snowman. Monkey gets left rear out into the dirt, into this steep turn. That is looks much different here in reverse. You don't have to come down that hill with all that speed. Monkey overtaking 3rd place here from Snowman. It's going to be a drag race down this straight stretch. It'll come down into this left-hand turn. Monkey is able to be victorious there through these S's.
That's that high-speed section I was talking about. Everybody come around there. That's that wall they can hit. Everybody looks like they made it clean.
That's exactly right. Got Chaos who has moved up here. Rebel Hawk has moved back.
Looks like a lot of people are running racing hard. It's going to take a lap or 2 for those tires to get up to temp.
That's exactly right. And T-Dub's on that racing hard, and he has got himself a nice little gap here already to the rest of the field. Oh, Snowman getting loose there through that set of turns. But for the most part, everybody... Oh, Cork sliding off into the wall there. But has moved up to 4th place from 7th at the start of this race. Possibly Rebel Hawk got into the wall there a little bit coming out of that last turn. As these guys attack through the front stretch down back into turn number 1. A 1-second penalty on the head of Monkey here in 2nd place. Unfortunate event for him.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
You got Snowman right there in the trail of Monkey running that very nice Deadpool scheme once again for us. This time in the GR2 cars.
That's another thing we're going to see a lot of today are penalties. It is really easy to go off the track, cut corners in too tight, especially through those S's that I talked about earlier. You're going really fast through those things, and it's kind of hard to control the car and make it smooth without cutting too much to the inside or going outside.
Yeah, we see a lot of people where Cork just came through, or Rico just went by, cutting real close to the left side there through that set of turns. Cork, half-second penalty on his head there in 4th position. Snowman still staying relevant there to Monkey. We're coming up on this penalty serve area that is sort of in a faster part of the racetrack here as well.
It is. It is. It's going to hurt. And, faster cars, but they do get back up to speed faster, too. These Group 2s, the handling is unbelievable. The acceleration is unbelievable. They are fun to drive.
So looking at the lap counts here, we could possibly see people make 2 pit stops here for this one, or if somebody's able to do it, could make this a one-stopper, but 15 laps on fuel would be really hard. Snowman comes out of that last turn a little sideways, I feel like. Now Monkey has dropped back to third off his 1 second penalty. Cork has lost a little bit here to 2 and 3 off his half-second penalty. Rico's up in 5th position. He's got that Scooby-Doo machine, or I guess the mystery machine, looking rather good. Quaker Steak scheme here for Redneck. It's moved from 3rd to 6th since the start of this race.
I know Redneck put in a lot of practice laps at this race and at this track, and that's important for these guys. You can see, he's in 6th place now, but the guys that put in the laps during the week usually have a pretty good finish.
That's right. T-Dubs is continually bettering himself out here. Ran the fastest lap of the race so far on lap number 2, first hot lap of the race. We'll see if anybody changes that this time by, but as far as consistency and speeds looking, the man up there, our usual 11 car, looking rather good. Snowman, oh no.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
That's really going to hurt. Biggest penalty of the day so far, and that will allow Monkey to battle Snowman here for second. Nope, won't be any challenge. Cork maybe even going to grab a spot here, and he does as they go into this left-hand turn. That's possibly an area for penalties tonight. Oh, a little bump there from Snowman into Cork. Maybe there as they look to draw even to the doors as they go left-handed here through this hairpin. Very tricky part of the course here, nonetheless. A lot of left and rights. Oh, Snowman's off into the wall out of the last turn. We saw him have a couple issues there. We're going to have to go back 10 seconds. First, West Higgins RV replay of the day. We'll see what happened between him and Cork. We'll get on board with Snowman. Oh, he just seems like he got out there. Possibly Cork might have gotten to the rear end of him there. I'm not 100% sure what happened to our driver of the 5.
I thought that the first time too. The replay looked like he did not get into him there. We'll have to go back, maybe look at that again after the race, see what the stewards think about that.
Certainly interesting. That drops Snowman way off 3rd and 4th now, not considering the penalty he just served. Now he's got Redneck, who has bettered himself since falling back to start this race. Chaos as well has moved up. Might have seen Rico have some sort of incident that we missed, but now making a pass, or a move rather, into the inside of Chaos. Slings it way to the outside, grabs some dirt. Now he's going to have the inside advantage. No, Chaos able to get it there into this very tight hairpin turn, which drives, as I mentioned earlier, way differently going this direction than coming at it downhill.
It certainly does. You can it's faster the direction they're going right now. You can come out of there with a lot more speed, and I think it's because you can come out of there with more confidence. You don't have as much sand. If you make a mistake, you don't pay as big of a penalty in the sand.
Speaking of penalties, Cork now owns the highest penalty of the day. He's going to be slowing down for 2 whole seconds. And now we'll look at Snowman. Should have an easy way around Cork here. Redneck Jesus, on the other hand, has moved up here and made himself relevant for this battle for 3rd place. As he comes even. Oh, Cork loses it there a little bit. As Redneck's probably had to let out of the throttle just a tad and not get into him there.
That area where Cork lost, it's a real common spot to see a lot of spinouts, and where they are right now. There it is. Cork demonstrating both places. Thanks, Cork.
Let's get back here with Chaos and Rico. They've been battling it out back here as well. Don't want to forget those two.
No, them Rebel Hawk out here too.
It's not Rebel Hawk. Like I said, new guy to the series to start this season. And he has shown that he is here to try to get better. And That's all you can do is, practice this and just improve for yourself. Not necessarily have to compare yourself to the rest of the field, especially when you're so new to this different style of driving that GT7 brings to you, especially if you are comfortable with driving, say, NASCAR Heat 5 or just any of the racing games prior to this one. A lot different feel.
That's right. And then, there's all skill levels out here too. So we have guys a driver rating of E all the way up to A+. So you're comparing yourself, or hopefully not comparing yourself, or you're competing against some of the fastest in the game.
That's right. Snowman gives himself a half-second penalty. He'll be forced to slow down here for it. That'll put Cork in the position to pass him here as he goes off to the left. There, Snowman does. Cork around to the right.
Redneck coming through with one too.
That's right. He just got that. Won't have to serve it this lap, so maybe he'll be able to chip at the block a little bit, trying to get back up there to fourth position before that penalty is served. Monkey here has certainly separated himself from third and fourth as they continue to get loose out of that last turn once again. But story of the race so far is T-Dubs. He is well ahead of the rest of the field. Ran the fastest lap of the race on lap 5 and is currently on his what looks to be fifth straight lap of fastest.
Yeah, he's really out there moving. Those 146s, my eyesight's not quite cooperating.
That's right. He's looking to run a 146.7 this time by. Possibly get that down into the sixes. You can see Monkey back here, nearly 2 seconds difference in the leader and second place. And that is quite the difference there in lap time.
That
Third
is
and fourth is a battle.
Both with penalties.
That's right.
These guys have battled together.
Ooh, off the wall goes Cork.
Oh. Maybe both of them. Maybe Redneck too. All three of those guys have penalties.
That's right. So they both slow down for the same amount of time there for third and fourth. Redneck has to slow down an extra half a second. TKO Chaos still has the mystery machine right there in his rear view. And if those guys up front of these two guys keep having all those penalty problems, the consistency of these two guys could definitely shake up the field a little bit.
Yeah, I know what it's like to be back there. You're just competing or battling third, fourth, fifth, sixth, whatever positions you're going at it. And you're just letting the people in front of you just run away with it. T-Dubs is enjoying it the most. Oh, what did I miss? Oh, no.
Oh, Snowman went around. We'll have to go back. We'll go back 20 seconds here for the West Higgins ORV replay. Coming up into turn number 1, I just heard the tire squeal. It was on Cork, I do believe, whenever that happened. We get on board here with Snowman. He's coming into that first turn. Oh, it's almost like he didn't even think about hitting this turn. He'll go around, rear end to the wall. Heavy collision there for the rear end of Snowman, as that'll make him drop all the way back to 5th position now. And he'll have some dirty tires as well to deal with. Second replay of the day belongs to Snowman.
Who's the first one? It was also Snowman.
Oh, yeah, coming out of the last turn. 2 for 2 Snowman today on the West Higgins ORV replay.
Yeah, but he recovered nicely. He is really good at that.
It's almost like he went in there with no regard of making that turn. I hate to say that, but it seemed like he just went in there and just wasn't aware of like where he was on the track almost.
Just Ayrton Senna did it right into the wall.
Yeah, I mean.
Is that too soon?
To the left, not to the right, but yes. And no, not too soon. That happened before I was born.
What?
94?
Jeez. I don't know. It's just like a couple years ago. No, I know it's a while ago. I also know as an adult.
Physically, not mentally.
Right.
They said I had this thing called a waft.
Yeah, T-Dubs is looking his normal self and checked out. Monkey is also checked out, but that is not his normal self. He doesn't usually have a gap over anybody. He's usually battling.
That's right. You look ahead at T-Dubs, then back to Monkey, working closely to be in a whole third of the track ahead of the rest of the field. Monkey himself is quite a bit ahead of Cork, who is in third. You go back to fourth, that's Redneck Jesus. He started third, but moved all the way back on the to sixth on the first lap with some incidents getting out too wide. But he can't get too comfortable up there. Fifth place is Snowman. Great recovery off the crash. Is moving himself back up the field here.
Yeah, Redneck's done a nice job moving back up. It's oftentimes hard to remember that your car is not up to race temps when you start a race, and lap one is an easy one to make a mistake. I personally do it almost every single race.
So looking right now at the fuel tanks of these guys, they could run easily 15 laps. So they may be looking at one stop here to get through this race, which will make the tires a big conversation, especially for somebody back here like Chaos. He started on those race mediums, and then he comes off of that corner, grabs some wall. Rico's going to be coming up here with a head full of steam. Can the Mystery Machine get the pass done? They do get up there into sixth position for this left-hand sweeping turn. Brings us back to the penalty serve area.
Nice move. Is Chaos driving that same paint scheme, the Gundam?
Yep, he is.
Did I say that right?
I'm not sure exactly how it's pronounced. I say Gundam, but...
Gundam? Gundam. I'm going to start saying that instead of swearing. Almost looks like a cop car in the daylight here.
It kind of does, huh?
Yeah. So everybody out here is in the Honda NSX except for... Rebel Hawk getting into the wall. Cleanly, though. As clean as you can. Almost everybody out here in the NSX except for Redneck, I believe, who is in the GTR.
That's right.
So it's all Hondas, one Nissan.
His Nissan counterpart not able to make this race.
That's true. Those cars are pretty evenly matched, too. There's not one that's dominant over the other. Ooh. Yeah, I was watching the same thing. The Nissan is a front engine, rear wheel drive. The Honda is a mid-engine rear-wheel drive. That's the big difference between the two. Again, not really an advantage one over the other, just what you prefer.
That's right. You might see the Hondas perform a little better mid-turn with that mid-engine. Sort of distributes the weight a little better, I guess, towards the rear of your car. In the Nissan, you might see a little more top-end speed. Redneck Jesus, 1 second penalty here, going to hurt that fourth position he's hanging on to.
It is. Yeah, that's going to hurt. A lot of penalties out of the third, fourth, and fifth. Looks like Cork has got himself separated for the time being.
That's right. Cork has made himself a little bit. Big Ben joins the chat. Has made himself a little bit of a gap back here to fourth and fifth. Now my eyes are on this battle here for sixth position as Rico gets over that turtle, kind of shoves him out to the right side there. But these two drivers here in sixth and seventh are running on those medium tires, and looking at how much further they're going to have to go with that fuel tank if everybody else is going to try to make this on one stop. Those tires are going to be long gone before lap 15 is over.
Yeah, watching during practice, nobody was making it 15 laps on mediums, and if you're running the slower fuel-saving pace, you're gonna get some more laps, but be interesting.
If West Higgins ORV's out there watching, just throw something in the chat there. Please go over to West Higgins ORV's YouTube channel and hit subscribe. A great and proud sponsor of Ruthless Racing. through GT7 and NASCAR Heat 5, is the pole sponsor, pit road sponsor, and caution sponsor of Heat 5 and GT7.
Wow.
T-Dub's already working his way up to 8th place now. From first, I should mention, he is looking to pass Rebel Hawk here through about 11 laps before he might get there and get him, unless Rebel Hawk has some sort of issue.
Yeah, T-Dubs is absolutely flying around here. That's the fastest laps I have seen him run on hard tires. And he's doing the 147s over and over again, getting into 146s twice. So it looks like you were right. Everybody is out here saving fuel. Maybe not some as well as others.
Got a battle door-to-door. Snowman goes back around here for 4th position against Redneck Jesus. It's a good battle. Snowman gets off the dirt once again, goes back to 5th. Chaos is going to go down pit road this time. I guess he's had enough of those medium tires. That right front is nearly gone. Rico's going to remain out there. And the mystery of this machine is, how long is those mediums going to last?
He's doing a pretty good job with them.
Yeah, he definitely is. He's only got 4 more laps to complete here, and I feel like he could definitely push this machine to that number. My big look of the day, though, is Redneck Jesus battling real hard here with Snowman, one of our better competitors in his own right.
Yeah, yep, Snowman is fast. He did not have a lot of practice in here on this track. Who knows? You know, he keeps running laps here. He's probably just going to get faster and faster and faster.
I see a lot of people getting close to that wall through that turn as they come down into this swooping left-hand turn. Half-second penalty to Redneck there. It's going to be harsh on him whenever they come back around. He's been battling real well with Snowman here. He's going to have to hope that maybe Snowman can make a mistake so he can hang on to that 4th position.
I can't even tell where they are. Oh, start, finish, front. Where are they?
They're coming through that hairpin.
Oh, okay.
The middle hairpin, I should say.
Has weird camera angle. Here they go.
We're going to have a slipstream here from Snowman. Let's go on board with him right quick, see how he attacks turn 1 this time. We can see he's getting way out there on turn 1. Maybe he just missed his mark when he spun around there earlier. Just how he's deciding to run the track. Just missed his mark, got in the grass there a little bit. Once that right rear, left rear gets into the grass behind you, if you're not holding onto that steering wheel the right way, it will certainly smack around on you.
Yeah. Interesting. I saw both of those guys took that turn in 5th. It's one where you can do it one of 2 ways. You take it in 5th gear, try to carry the most speed, or you can drop it down into 4th to have a little more control of your car and accelerate your way out of it. Those guys taking the approach to get the fastest lap through there. See Cork sitting on a penalty up here in 3rd.
That's right. He's got a full second. He gets out to the far left of that wall. I think that either Redneck got his penalty right here, or he got it back there on that wall. Right now I'm looking at Cork, not seeing a half-second penalty get added, but he will serve that 1-second penalty right now. Look of Snowman here. He'll be coming up into that half-second penalty serve area. Snowman did make a little bit of a mistake. Lost a little bit of time there to Redneck. It's exactly what he needed whenever he had to serve this penalty. That'll force Redneck to have to break down with him here into this left-hand turn. You can see he's kept that gap manageable, though he had to serve that half-second penalty.
Yeah. He is running a good race. That car sounds good when he lets off the gas. That back pressure through the exhaust.
And around goes Snowman again, and that last turn hit the wall head on. And he'll go ahead and just slap her right down into the pits. I'm not sure if that's what he wanted to do, but that was the option that he had.
Yeah, I don't think that's what he wanted to do. I think it's where he ended up and just went ahead and pitted. He will probably have to pit again.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's. I
don't
don't
think
think
the
you
fuel
can save
meter.
him. I don't think so. So I don't know if he crossed the start finish line yet. I think he did. So he's on lap 13. That 17 to go or 18? I can never keep that straight. I think that's 18 to go.
Yeah,
Yep.
it'd be 18 to go. And Rico, looking at those medium tires, he's kept those front two even. And he's coming down on that fuel as well. So we'll keep an eye on the faster. Oh, he's through the dirt. And he didn't touch a thing. That was a good move there by Rico to keep that thing out of the wall.
If you want to see some tires in jeopardy, take a look at Corks.
I know
And he's
T-Dub's
on
on pit
hards.
road. Yeah, he's got that right front eat up. Cork's feeling it too. He goes way far out to the right side of that turn. And you also have a penalty on his head. Redneck has closed the gap. Oh, a full second went on to Cork there towards the end of that one. Redneck's going to be right there, and he has moved back up to where he started.
Monkey is coming on T-Dubs. Wonder why T-Dubs pitted there. Man.
We got him, fellas. We got him. We got him. Write that one down, lap 14.
I'm not writing down anything.
Don't say that, he says. No T-Dubs. Sorry you had to be the victim of Monkey there. He is sort of a wild animal.
He is.
T-Dub's able to pit, come back out, and not lose the lead, but Monkey closes the gap here.
That's what did it. T-Dubs is so fast. What do you expect? You get a chance to see someone driving like that, you lose control.
Okay, sorry, I've gathered myself here. Rick Slick joins the chat. What's up, Rick? Appreciate you joining the chat. Everybody watching, please hit that like button. Always much appreciated. Over here on PlayStation, play has no limits. Now, Monkey, that just shows you how good of a first stint that T-Dubs had. He's maybe feeling like he could press this another, 13, 14 laps, go back in and take less fuel, fresh tires here at the end. Or right now he's actually sitting on the racing soft, so he's going to do reverse of what I just said. He'll probably come back in after a few laps and then take on the rest of that.
If you go into the pits and just get tires, it's just about a 12 or 13 second stop. It's a really short pit road here, and T-Dubs had enough of a lead. He's able to go in, throw these tires on, and I bet we see 144, maybe even faster lap out of him on these tires. He went from hard to soft, so he went up or down, however you want to say, two compounds.
That's exactly
right. Big Ben Gaming Hollywood said some slurs about you guys. Unbelievable. Disappointed, Hollywood.
Not surprised, just disappointed.
Yeah. Just because we say slurs about him. Cork pitted. Did you mention that?
I did not mention that, but he did.
Okay, sorry, cut you off twice.
Oh, Cork! How does he do that shit, man? That always blows my mind.
I don't know.
Car's on a 45-degree angle, boom, 180 in an instant.
Yep.
No, not that time. He's going to hit the wall here out of the last turn, and that'll slow him all the way down, and he'll have to get her back going. Rico's now down pit road. Unfortunately for Rico here, he did not finish a full 15, so here at the end we might be looking at him having to pit again. I'm not sure. I felt like he made some really good moves to get himself up there into that top 5. If he's able to make the rest of this race off this last run, he could possibly see himself back there into that top 5. Snowman, on the other hand, comes back out on the medium tire, and he is in 4th position. Redneck yet to pit, should have to go down this time as Monkey does so. So he will complete that full 15 lap stint to start, so Monkey's going to be looking to split this race right down the middle along with Redneck, as he should be coming down pit road whenever he gets back around.
What was that? It sounded like Nissan exhaust.
And in pit road goes Redneck.
I don't know if Rico ran out of fuel on his way to the pits or not. He came in with 0.
And he also came back out on those mediums.
Might as well. At that point, if he's gonna have to pit it. Well,
He's going to be, I think he's going to be about a lap or two short here at the end, unless he does a little fuel saving. He done real good on that medium tire, I feel like, on that first run.
Yeah, he really did. Rick Slick has joined us in the chat. Hey, Rick.
That's right. You can see T-Dub's lead is about half the track now. You look back between him and Mike. Oh, it's over half the track. He is up behind Monkey, if you want to consider that, the way that is going.
I forgot Redneck's pit crew looks like cowboys out there. I wish I had mentioned that earlier. Brown and white fire suits with looks like yellow cowboy boots on.
Speaking of Redneck, gets a little far out to the right there. Not going to be too detrimental to his run here. Might get a little dirty tire out of that, but shouldn't be anything too big. Cork, another second penalty on his head. Unfortunately, we saw him get into that last turn wall, as Snowman had been doing a couple times himself. Oh, I think we've seen Chaos get off into the dirt there a little bit. Caught just the end of that.
There is no time penalty for hitting that wall, given out by the race stewards, but there is a time penalty for hitting the wall and just slowing your car down.
Yep, that's for sure.
Yeah, there is no advantage to hitting that wall. That's for certain.
Good look here on this race by Redneck. Faced some adversity on that first lap, but he is certainly bringing the hard charger up for this one. Oh, I saw a car slow right through there. Maybe not so. Rebel Hawk is all by him lonesome up here.
Yeah.
We got a lot of spacing on this track, but third and fourth is still very relevant.
Rebel Hawk has not pitted yet. There's no advantage to running this many laps. Well, a little bit of advantage. He won't need as much fuel.
That's right, and I feel like he's still got another lap in this thing if he was to push it.
I think he does too.
T-Dubs, we're going to look ahead on his here. I'm not sure who he's looking ahead at. Maybe looking to lap another car, but T-Dubs down pit road again. Those racing softs are nearly gone, and he'll have to not take as much fuel either, but we look at him going down pit road. He's on pit road right now, and then we look back at Monkey. He's about half the track ahead of Monkey here, so T-Dub's already taken on the fuel. We'll see if Monkey's able to cut this gap down a little bit, just splitting this race in half. He'll certainly have the more worn tire of the two, but T-Dub's may be able to finish this race on mediums, having ran that the way he did.
Yeah, T-Dubs could fill that thing up with fuel and then not even worry about it and just run as fast as he wants to. Well, he won't be able to do that. I bet he does fill it up, though. Yeah, he did.
Yep, we'll see what tires he comes out on here. The hards.
Yep, I can see there's 13 laps to go. So he still has a lengthy fuel run. But what kind of gap does he have? Pretty solid one.
At least a third of the track here.
Yeah, he's still way ahead.
Rebel Hawk now down pit road. Comes in with 5 liters left in the tank. Should be able to put on mediums or hards, either or, and finish this race out. With the way he saved that fuel right there, he shouldn't have to take a full tank either to finish this race.
Nope. Looks like we have that's a silver car, or is that a chrome one? That's a chrome car. We have 2 chrome cars out here today.
That's right.
blinding the drivers around him.
Rebel Hawk, and I can only assume Cork. Always
Yeah, it's Cork.
Running that chrome.
Oh, it's like a chrome.
Prism chrome, I would call it.
Yeah, what do they call that paint? I don't remember. I forgot. Iridescent?
Yeah,
is that right?
pearlescent, something like that.
Something like, yeah.
Ah, Redneck with a full second penalty on his head, but Snowman has half a second.
Oh, and Redneck around.
We'll have to give him 10 seconds back on that one. West Higgins ORV replay number 3 of the day, and there it is. That right rear gets off on that grass. You don't have that. If you don't have that steering wheel right, you'll find yourself in that kind of situation. As Rebel Hawk's going to come around there. Thought maybe Court would catch him. Oh, he will. There he is. Court goes by for 4th position. Still a second penalty on Redneck as well. That's going to hurt him big time.
Oh yeah, and Cork was a full head of steam going by him too. He's going to be able to put a big gap there.
Now what Snowman's going to have to worry about is those medium tires are half worn. He's got a little bit over half left in the gas tank. He's got 12 laps to complete. It's going to be interesting there for that driver of our Honda McLaren schemed NSX.
Yeah. And Snowman's in 3rd place, doing a good job position-wise. Doesn't look like he's having the best time on the track. Got a couple spin outs. Problem with the pit, wrecking and going into the pit. That was devastating, but still in 3rd.
See Rebel Hawk, he is in between 4th and 5th right now. That's why we see 2 cars so close there on the track map. But other than that, it is pretty spacious out here between all the competitors. And speaking of spacious, it's about half a track here for T-Dubs to this moment. And we'll see him only continually getting faster as those tires warm up. We've seen him run the first run, his first 6 laps were all faster than the previous. And we see him right now. He's got the fastest lap of the race, so 1:44.615. And we go back through the field and just looking at other people's fastest laps. Here's Snowman. He's almost 3 seconds off there. We can't see Cork's fastest lap at the moment. See Redneck ran his fastest lap 2 laps ago. And that was nearly 4 seconds off.
Yeah, now that I think about it, 149 is what you want to run when you're fuel saving and running on hard tires. T-Dubs obviously tore that apart with his 146 out there, but that's why he's half a track ahead.
That's right. We've seen him being very consistent through the first part of this run. Then he went and put those softs on, came out, got that fast lap, went back in, got the hards, looking to finish this race now off that last stop. Monkey on that strategy of splitting this in half. Snowman went in a little too early for that splitting in a half strategy, and those medium tires are going to be hollering uncle, I believe, before this next 11 laps are over. Cork in a good position if he can keep the thing straight to maybe overtake 3rd. Man,
wow.
How did he do that?
Your curses are getting faster and faster.
Comes with the territory, I guess.
Yeah. I just accidentally paused. Apparently there's a button for that, so let me get back up to catch back up here. What are you looking at, Cork?
I was looking at Cork, went to Rebel Hawk, now I'm looking at the Mystery Machine. I was very interested in seeing how well he could finish out this race here. You look ahead at Chaos, he's on that medium, not going to make it to the end for sure on that tires. We see another curse as soon as I talk to somebody. Okay. Maybe I should just hand this over to Monkey as Redneck Jesus almost gets sideways once again where he was before. But he is coming back up on Cork, if I do say so myself. I felt like they were a little bit further apart.
I think so. I think you're right. And with the way these guys get penalties, third, fourth, fifth. Who knows what's going to happen here? You'll just see everything from a half second to 2 seconds, maybe even more. Cork way off the track and into the red. That's got to be a penalty. he went so far off the track. It looks like that's legal. He did not get a penalty for it. That was that downhill left-hander. He was so far off the track.
Once again, Redneck. Oh, no! Cork does it again, man, and gets himself all the way slowed down here in that last turn. And now Redneck's going to be looking to make a move through turn number 1. No penalty for that, just a naturally occurring penalty for hitting a wall.
Yeah, coming to a
Redneck.
dead stop.
He is way out there. He is cutting that grass. And he will definitely lose some gap to Cork now.
But not nearly as much as if he didn't keep control of that car. Good job of controlling that car through the grass. That is crazy.
As we mentioned, Chaos would have to go back down pit road, and he has done so. Now with 10 laps left in this race, whenever he gets into this stall, I think he can go back on the medium, should be okay.
Yeah, I think if a couple of these guys like Cork, and I know Snowman is aware and he's doing everything he can, but you can get in there and change these tires really fast. I think if Cork knew that, he could go in. You might be running on mediums right now too, because he wasn't making these hards go 15 laps anyway. That's kind of a random thought, random talking out of me, but I was thinking about it.
So I look ahead now to Snowman. I don't even know if his fuel, well, we had mentioned, his fuel might not make it, maybe be 1 or 2 laps short, but the tire is definitely not going to make it, so he can go back down. And based off T-Dub's first run, I don't think he could run that soft tire here, so he may have to put the mediums back on as he goes back down pit road. Cork, looking at Snowman coming down pit road, Cork should have a chance to get around Snowman here on pit road along with Redneck. Now they will have to watch for that fresh tire chasing them back up the track, but I think they're going to be okay as long as they stay consistent here.
Yeah, there's no way the softs would make it. Even the mediums, if you're running fast laps out here, you've cooked those mediums in 9 laps. And if you're running just decent laps out here, after about lap 7 or 8, they're not faster than the hards. They're about the same.
Monkey up here in second. He ends up getting around Chaos, who is in 7th, but has a half-second penalty, so Chaos could possibly get back on that car from the lap down. As Rebel Hawk goes back down pit road.
He did.
He just took some more fuel on. I felt like he could have definitely made it to the end on his fuel unless the medium tire changed everything he had going for him in that first run on the hard tire.
He stayed on the tires.
He stayed on the same tire. He did.
It didn't even change him.
No, he just went in and took some fuel, which was surprising to me since he had so much fuel. He had 5 liters left over from his first stop.
Maybe he needed the beverage. Another Coors Light for the road.
Hey, you didn't fill my bottle. Might be able to hang on to the space over the lap down car of Chaos here through that penalty. But Chaos and Rico are trying to battle it out for 6th position. Monkey's in the middle of that right now. Certainly doesn't want to be there when those guys decide to start barking at each other.
Definitely does not. I think Chaos was a little gracious and didn't battle Monkey for that spot.
So real quick,
Since it wasn't for position. Go ahead, Stu.
Yeah, sorry, just real quick, I'm going to look at the gaps on the track. Look on the right hand corner of your screen. You can see where T-Dubs is. You go back to 2nd place. You can see he's almost half the track ahead of Monkey. And then Monkey back to Cork. is almost another half a track. So 1, 2, 3, pretty spacious. Then we go back to Redneck from Cork. It's pretty close. Also, Snowman in 5th right there as well on that fresher tire. So 3 and 4 in the positioning. Need to be worried about that guy back there, Snowman. He's on that fresher medium tire, and he'll be good to go to the end.
Yeah, they are going to have a problem with Snowman. Tires are going to be an issue.
That's right. And Cork already not been able to make it the full stint in the first part on that hard tire. It's looking kind of trending towards the same direction with that right front this time.
Yeah, with all the Cork spinning and sliding, he probably drives another half mile further each lap than everyone else on the track.
Unfortunately, Redneck is going to have to give up 4th position. Snowman had already caught him. Then he got a half-second penalty right there that he'll have to serve next time by.
I don't think there's any way Redneck's going to stop the Snowman from getting around him.
No, Snowman's going to do it right here.
Yeah. Fresh tires make such a big difference.
This goes to show you, folks, do not give up. Snowman and Cork both have wrecked multiple times, and they're in 3rd and 4th position. And Snowman has a chance to get on the podium here, looking ahead at Cork's tires as he continues to slide off the track here and there.
And the penalty for Cork.
That's
Did
right.
we already know that?
No, that just happened.
Yeah, it's burned into my screen, so I can't tell if it's a new one or if it's just a one that's been there forever, or if it's his windshield banner he runs sometimes.
He definitely should have put it on for today.
That's a stat I wish we had for Cork. You know, how many hours of penalties this season? For everybody else, how many seconds?
Yeah, he's up there.
Yeah, and it's starting to, not getting dark yet, but the sun is starting to dip down, but I think we're going to finish this race before it gets dark, which is good because there are no lights here. And if they were, they might not even come on.
Rebel Hawk gets a full second penalty, but continues out here on the track. May not have been the day he wanted, but track time is track time. And I always appreciate somebody who finishes what they start.
Oh, yeah. A lot of these guys, I think most of them just want to come out and race. You know, nice clean set of drivers out here. It's just a fun day racing.
I thought Rico in our Ford machine could have pulled out a top 5 during the first stint, but something went awry for him between that first pit stop and now, because he is looking in a solid 7th position, just considering that Chaos ahead of him has so much fresher tire. One stop may not have been the move here if you were sort of more back throughout the field, because the only person that's working for right now is Monkey, who already had a really good gap before he went down pit road.
Oh, yeah. Gap to first to second is huge. Second to third is huge. And fourth, fifth, all together. Did we know Snowman took over third?
No, I did not speak on that, but Cork back there with another penalty, so he won't be able to do anything about this. But, you know, we mentioned Snowman is going to have that fresher tire for this last stint, and it's proven that that's going to be the case. But we look at Snowman up to Monkey. Going to have to be a lot of things go wrong here for the guy in second for third to be able to catch back up to him.
Yeah, Monkey's running a pretty good race. Got mostly 149s up there. Has a 148. And then looks like he had some trouble on lap 22 with a slower lap. So he's running some fast laps. Looks like Snowman's running some fast laps. He's got 146 up there on these medium tires. But Not a lot of consistency.
I think we saw Cork maybe getting to that wall again out of the last turn. Definitely going to go back 10 seconds on him there. Oh, yeah, definitely hit it once again. Another
Jeez.
West Higgins ORV replay there for Cork for hitting that wall. I mean, we could make a compilation of him hitting that certain spot.
Yeah. I remember somebody used to do that. Used to make a video, and Cork was in every single one.
That's right. Now
Okay.
this has put the battle for fourth back up for grabs. Oh, penalties to both of these guys there for sure. Both went off the track way heavy. Oh, just to Redneck. I thought Cork maybe definitely got off there further than Redneck did. Stewards do not hit Cork with another one. I guess they considered his wreck on the last turn harsh enough.
Maybe he's maxed them out. Maybe after you get 5 minutes of penalties, they don't give you any more.
That would be a strategy.
Yeah.
Oh, we can't help this poor guy.
Is Snowman running the McLaren scheme on his Honda?
He is. He's got the McLaren Honda Racing partnership on the door.
I thought I kept seeing that go around there. He's confusing me a little bit. So everybody watching, everyone here is in the same car, the Honda Group 2. It's an NSX, except for Redneck, who is in the very comparable Nissan GTR 500. These are all Group 2 cars. We normally run Group 3s, but for the last 2 weeks, the only 2 weeks of this season, they are running Group 2s. This is the final race of the Group 2s.
Give him some screen time for this scheme he's got going on. Got the Ruthless machine, as he's calling it. Got the groovy lettering as well to go with it. And
yeah,
another pop and paint scheme here for Rico in the 4. Always does a great job.
Checking in on T-Dubs here. Looks like he's running the Marlboro Lights again. They're just one sponsor for the Group 2s.
Running number 100 as well. Or I guess
100?
Yes, I guess running Marlboro Lot 100s. It's kind of his goal here for that.
So I was talking to T-Dubs earlier today, or earlier this week, and asked him, what does TWC stand for? Because no one really ever knows. And his answer was surprising. I still don't understand what he means, but he said TWC stands for the Tighty Whitey Crew. Apparently there's a group of guys that go out and do various activities wearing nothing but your standard tighty whitey men's underwear. So I asked him if he was racing in them. He just kind of smiled at me and walked away. Didn't tell me, so wouldn't be surprised if we see him in the winner circle standing there in tighty whities.
That's right. And he put a 2.5 streak in those tighty whities right there. That might have been his first mistake of the day.
Could be. Wonder what he did to get that.
I'm not sure, but his lead is enough to not worry. That's certainly sure. Said he's burnt so many cigarette holes through him that it's uncomfortable. Oh man, look here at T-Dubs. He's all the way up to 5th position from first, and he'll go around Cork, put him a lap down, and he'll have Redneck Jesus up ahead of him to probably pass before we get to the end of this thing. Only 2 laps remain right now. Monkey there in second, very solidly. Snowman in third, just as solid as Redneck Jesus is still in 4th.
Oh yeah. Thick. 5th. Where is Redneck and Cork?
Cork is in between or behind T-Dubs.
Yeah, everybody's a little spread out. Spread out now. So T-Dubs on a big track has lapped all the way around 5th place so far. I think that's the most.
Awesome.
on a big track.
Yeah, just sub 2 minute laps here. Oh, Redneck almost gets all that wall there. Speaking of Redneck, though, he's still in very good position to finish all of his laps. He's got T-Dubs moving up behind him now.
Yeah, Redneck's really good. He's really coming on in this league. He just started at the end of season 1. I think his first race might have been the final race of season 1. And here he is sitting in 4th. He's got a couple top 5s.
Qualifies in the top 3 quite consistently as well.
Yeah. Just a natural.
All right, now T-Dubs is going to be going through the home stretch here, and when he crosses the line, yes, 1 to go, presented by Skew Car here at Lake Maggiore.
Yeah, that's the new name for it. Lake Maggiore.
Just for the sake of my southern tongue. I'm not so southern that I can speak French. I guess this is Italian. But either or.
Cork pitted. And got a penalty. But he comes out on racing softs. For no reason.
I guess he could be trying to grab that fast lap, but he's on his final lap, so he's going to have a shot at nothing.
No. Yeah, I don't. Maybe he had to get tires. I didn't look. If you only have to run 1 lap, might as well be on the good ones.
Speaking of Redneck, though, he has kept T-Dubs behind him to keep his lap, so he could be on course to finish all his laps. That would make 4th on up finish on the lead lap.
For a second, I thought that was Cork behind him, but yeah, it's T-Dubs.
All right, Snowman. Oh, man, I don't know if he was just slow through there or what. But Monkey's on his final lap. Snowman's starting his final lap. Redneck needs to keep T-Dubs behind him to be able to finish his full 30-lap race, but T-Dubs is right there. We'll stay right here to see if that's going to happen for Redneck or not. And he will cross the line, and T-Dubs will be victorious here at Lake Maggiore as he will go 2 for 2 in the GR2s with full clean sweeps.
Wow.
And that is definitely what he needed off of that little, I guess it was about 5 weeks there where he did not have the races that we're accustomed to seeing out of TWC.
No, there's 5 weeks that anybody would be happy to have. But T-Dubs is usually out here winning. And
That's right.
We didn't see that, but what a dominating performance out of T-Dubs today.
Cork will be the second to finish all the way back in 5th, a lap down. Chaos is still on track. He is 1 lap down as well, along with Rico, who has a 1.5 second penalty, unfortunately, but he is battling that tire, the racing medium, trying to finish out this race. Rebel Hawk will be 2 laps down as he'll come across. Monkey has finished his race. He'll finish in the top 2 here. I think he finished second in Le Mans. I could be wrong about that.
I don't think so.
A podium, maybe. I don't know. T-Dubs,
No,
Monkey,
I don't think so.
1-2. Oh, well, too bad.
Yeah, I don't remember, but I don't think he had a good day.
Chaos finishes. Rico finishes at 6th and 7th for you. Rebel Hawk will come around. He'll be finishing here in 8th position, not before he gets into the wall and slows it down. So thank you for that last minute incident there for you. Snowman will come home top 3 after a very eventful day here at Lake Maggiore. And a podium was something probably he did not see coming for him. And then Redneck Jesus finishes in 4th, finishing all of his laps, all 30 of them here at Autodrome Lago Maggiore in reverse. That'll be it for the GR2 races. That ain't it for all the high-speed, fast-handling cars, as we will go to Autodrome I forget what it's
Interlagos.
Interlagos. There you go. For the Super Formula cars. But before then, we'll be going on to the All Star race, which will be at Egerwan, or however it is pronounced. And you go ahead and correct me. I don't care.
I don't know how to say it, but the second word is probably Nordwand.
Oh, okay. There you go. Eager Nordwand. My bad. But we will be in the carts, the 125 shifter carts, go karts for those of you that still don't understand, for the All Star race. And this is a very curvy, hilly track. These carts are very light, so you might be seeing them bounce all over the place. Sort of like if you're driving off a very high pointed overlook on a mountainside or something. That's kind of how this road is configured for the All Star race. So I'm going to ask you, Mikey, just kind of, summarize what you saw today here out of our second and final GR2 race, and then what we're looking forward to in the karts there for the All Star race.
Sure. So today's race was what I expected and also what I didn't expect. I expected a lot of high-speed driving, which we saw. I expected to see a lot of people hitting that wall coming through the S's, which we saw, and a lot of spinouts. This is a fast track with a lot of curves, just like we said. I did not expect the dominating performance out of T-Dubs and even out of Monkey, second place, and then third place was pretty dominant. I think Redneck was pretty close coming into there for fourth place, but those top three were quite a bit ahead of a lot of the field. I can't really explain that, but there is some speed differences between the top three, maybe four cars. Cork was burning up his tires, so we don't know what we could have seen out of him. But it was a great race. Again, no caution, so that was good, and everybody did a great job on a track that was hard to manage fuel and especially hard to manage tires, and it was a fantastic race. The karts, what we're going to see there, don't let the term go-kart, fool anybody. These are 100 mile per hour plus go-karts on a tight track. It's very curvy, like Stu said, lots of little hills. They're even probably going to jump a little bit over some of these tiny hills, and I would bet that these go-karts are laying down times around this track as fast or maybe faster than some of our race cars could even attempt at this track. And they handle really well, but it is easy to spin them out. So that is going to be a great event to watch. Should be lots of action, lots of spinning, lots of wrecking, and lots of tire smoke. So it should be a pretty good race to watch. You definitely don't want to miss it.
Well said. I certainly could not disagree with that. We are going to try to 2014 going to try to make it to that All-Star race. Looking forward to that one. Unfortunately, not able to make this race, but I feel like with the way everything was looking, we could have made that rather interesting from fourth on back. But we'll try to make things a little more cooler in the super formulas for you. But
I should have mentioned that. I was talking about the dominating performances of the top three really is the way it ended up, but that battling back there between third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh was some of the best racing of the day.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, you've seen Cork and Snowman both taking accident after accident and still finishing as well as they did. We saw Redneck have an issue on lap one, pushed him from third to sixth, and it took him all race to battle back up there. Saw himself back in third even at one point, but able to come home in fourth. So that was a lot of major, position changes between, fourth on back throughout that whole race. And Snowman, able to get a top three out of this after everything that had happened to him. That just shows you got to stay in the throttle. You make a mistake, I promise you, somebody up the road already made one or two more than you did probably. So That's all
Yeah.
about keeping your head down and trying to get a good finish. And even Snowman even pit off the strategy of everyone else and was able to come back around with the fresher tire at the end. So seeing that as well out of him, he even got around Redneck, who I believe only made one stop on the day. So a lot of different strategies played out in this one, and it shows you two pits can beat one sometimes.
Yeah, it was a close one on strategy, trying to make that decision for what the driver should do here, because it was under a 1 minute pit stop. This was one of the rare tracks that has a short pit road. You can get in and out pretty fast, even if you need a full load of fuel. So it was Snowman made the most of it, and Cork made the most stops, 2 planned stops in the pit. I don't know how many stops he made against that wall coming around that last turn. At least 2.
All right, so if anyone missed this thing, just please rewind it and listen real carefully on lap 14. But other than
Nothing
that,
happened, and
other than that, thanks to everybody who's tuned in. Thanks to Monkey for being in here with me once again. And to everybody watching, the new stream time on Wednesdays will be 8:30. We are moving to 8:30 because 7 was good in season 1, but it's turned out not to work so great in season 2. Seems like 7:30, 8 o'clock is usually when it gets going. So we're just going to move that on to 8:30, and that'll work good for us. Hopefully it works good for you all. Big thanks to Skew Car, West Higgins ORV, as always. Please hit that like button for us and go check out West Higgins ORV on YouTube. Go give them a subscribe. If you're interested in the outdoors, seeing a pretty boat or anything like that, you need to go check out West Higgins ORV on YouTube.
I'm gonna go do that myself right now.
And there you go. So make sure you give them a holler over on YouTube. Give them a subscribe. They really need it. And they're so good to Ruthless. So let's give back to West Higgins ORV just a bit. And without further ado, tomorrow it'll be Dover for the Ruthless Pro Series over on NASCAR. So tune in for that. Had a real big field for Las Vegas. Unfortunately, some lag storms came in the area and caused us to cut that race short. But hopefully things will be better for Dover. And, it's a concrete jungle of Dover. It's going to be a tough race, especially if we have near the 28 that we had at Las Vegas. So certainly going to be something to keep your eye on tomorrow. I'll be live at 9 p.m. for that. And
That field size was amazing to watch.
yeah, that was absolutely bonkers because track positioning usually isn't such a big deal over there on Heat 5, but in that race it was. And it, bit a few people there at the end. They pitted on the caution before the weather, and then when the weather came out, they found themselves not where they felt like they should be. So track positioning was a big deal last week. I imagine it'll be the same this week. And it's a lot closer quarters racing there at Dover as well. So the possibility for some West Higgins ORV cautions over there on Heat 5 are the over-under is probably about 12 for tomorrow. So definitely want to tune in. Might have some big crashes to bring you live. But yeah, without further ado, everybody tune in tomorrow. Catch the Ruthless Racing Pro Series. Don't forget about the go-karts or 125 shifter karts over on for the GT Pro Series and the All-Star race next week. That one's going to be an interesting one to watch for sure to see how that one's going to play out. But yeah, I'm going to bounce out of here. And what's tomorrow? Bills and Dolphins also come on tomorrow. So hope y'all, if you got any football fans in here, hope you enjoy that. But yes, it'll be rock on, race on, Ruthless Racing.